Hello, shining stars. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine and healthy. And I hope you have completed the previous chapter. So now let's move into the chapter number 10. And the chapter name over here is Are Animals. So basically, student, in this chapter, we will know about our animals. Okay. I hope that you all have seen the animals around you. Okay, you all have seen the dogs, cats, even the small insects over there. Okay, birds you have seen, rabbit you have seen, and you have also seen the wild animals in the zoo area like the lion, like the tiger, deer, monkey, elephant, etc. Okay, so in this story we will know about the animals only. Okay, so let's start the story, but before starting the story, here comes a warm-up activity. Have you ever been to a zoo? So the question arises that have you ever been to a zoo? If you have been to a zoo, then you have seen lots of different animals. Okay, and if you haven't, then you must visit it with your parents, with your friends, relatives. Okay, visit a zoo with your parents and tell which animals you saw there. Now what you have to do, you have to visit a zoo with your parents and you have to describe what type of animal you have seen over there. Okay, so this is your activity you have to do. Okay, now students, let's start the story. In the forest there are both big and small animals. So basically in the forest area there are big and small animals who live there. Okay, large animals kill small animals, strong animals kill weak animals. Okay, so the large big animals they kill the small animals and the strong animals they kill the weak animals. Okay, some animals eat only meat. They can live only if they kill and eat other animals. So there are some animals who live only on meat. Okay, so basically they kill the other animal and consume it, and that is how they are living their life. Okay, so basically they are still alive because of by like killing the animal, killing the other animal, eating them and eating their flesh and all. Okay, so that is their type of food. Okay, so basically, as you know, every animal is having different kind of food they consume. Okay, some eat the grass only. Okay, some eat the other animals. Okay, like the strong animals they just kill the weak animals. Okay, large animals like lions kill zebras and eat them. Like here you can see how the large animal like lion kill the zebra, okay, or the deer and eats them. Okay, tigers kill deer and other small animals. Tigers kill deer and other small animals they also hunt. Okay, some small animals like the squirrel or the mouse are always afraid of the big animals. So there are some small animals like the squirrel and the mouse. They are always afraid of the big animals. Okay, they hide in holes in trees or in the ground. So basically these small animals they just hide in the trees or in the ground. Okay, the big animals cannot easily find them, so they are safe. So basically the big animals can't be able to find the small animals because they are hidden in their area. Okay, so that is how they are totally safe. Okay, that is how they are, they are keeping themselves safe. Okay, by not to get noticed with from that, by not to get noticed in the eyes of the wild animals, in the eyes of the other big animals. Okay, so that is how they just hid in their place and became safe over there. The porcupine is a small animal. It looks like a little ball. It has sharp quills all over its body. It sticks them out when there is danger. Even the tiger is afraid of the porcupine's quills. Okay, so basically student, porcupine is a small animal. Okay, it is a small animal and it is containing the quill in the on their body. Okay, so basically quill is a thorn type of thing, needle type of thing, which is very dangerous. Okay, and it contains quill all over their body. Okay, and it look like a little ball also. This porcupine look like a little ball. Okay, so it just stick them out when there is danger. So these quill they just stick them out, okay, when they are in danger. Okay, even lion also afraid of the porcupine quill because they know if they catch the porcupine and the quill came out, then they may get hurt. Okay, the lion may get hurt, the lion may get the prick from that quill. Okay, and they may get the pain. Okay, some animals run fast to escape from other large animals. deer can run very fast, tigers cannot always catch them. Okay, so there are some animals who run very fast, like the deer, they just escape very fast, they run very, very fast. So that is the reason the tiger cannot always, like, catch the deer, okay, immediately. A tortoise has a hard shell over its body with heavy shell on its back. It crawls slowly. If a dog or a fox goes near it, the tortoise pulls its whole body under the shell. The tortoise is safe there. No animal can ever break the shell. It is so hard. Okay, so basically, student, tortoise has a hard shell over his body. Okay, and that hard shell is very heavy. That is why the tortoise can't be able to move quickly. That is why it move always slowly. Okay, and that is why it live longer also. Okay, so basically, if a dog or a fox go near to them and try to hurt them, then at that time they just hit their face, their hands and legs and all, okay, inside the shell, because the shell is their home only, okay, house only. So they just hit the things, hit the body under the shell, and then the tortoise is safe there. And when the other animal is trying to, hit the shell of the tortoise, they feel the hardness of it. Okay, and they also feel the pain which they are getting after hitting the shell. Okay, so the shell is very much hard. Next, the next one is the octopus. The octopus lives in the sea. It has a small round body, soft to touch, but don't try to touch it. Its arms will lash you like a whip, and it has eight thin long arms. Okay, so basically, student, octopus, they lives in the sea only. Okay, they lives in the sea, and they have a, like, they contain small round body, and which is very soft to touch. Okay, and if you just try to touch them, don't touch them, because they are having their eight long arms, thin long arms, and these arms will, lash you like the whip. Okay, so they just, beat you like a whip. Whip is what? Whip is a type of thing, a leather type of thing, or a rope type of thing, which is used to, beat one person. Okay, as you have seen, like, there are some person who just use the whip to, to hit themselves. Okay, and you have also seen that some parents are there who hit their child by using the whip and all. Okay, so basically, that's how the octopus, keep themselves safe. Now, next thing is, the big fish are not afraid of the octopus. Okay, they try to catch it. What does the octopus do? It has some dark ink inside its body. It fills the water with this ink. The big fish cannot see the octopus in the dark water, and the octopus swims quietly away. Okay, so basically, student, the big fish, they are not at all afraid of the octopus whip. Okay, octopus long arms and all. Okay, so when they try to catch it, what does the octopus do? At that time, the octopus is having the dark ink inside its body. Okay, and it just fill the water with this ink. It just fill the water with this dark ink, so that the big fish can't be able to see the octopus, and that's how the octopus escape. Okay, and get himself safe over there. Some animals can play another trick. They can cut off parts of their body. Try to catch a lobster by its leg. The lobster cuts off that leg and gets away. Okay, so some animals, they play the another type of trick. Okay, they just, they just cut the part of their body to escape from that situation, from that place. Okay, so basically, if you try to catch a lobster, at that time lobster just cut off their leg and escape from that situation. Okay, so that is how they make themselves safe. Now, next is, the house lizard leaves its tail behind if you catch it by the tail. But how can it live without a tail? Well, it is not a problem for the lizard. It simply grows a new tail after some time. Okay, so there is also another example of house lizard. Okay, if you try to catch them by the tail, okay, they are very clever. They just, cut the tail off. Okay, and you can't be able to catch them. Okay, so that is how they just escape. Then the question arises that how can they survive without a tail? So basically, student, lizard is having that type of body in which their tail, gets renewed. Okay, that means they will get a new tail after that. Okay, so their tail, they just grow it. Okay, it by its own. So that is how they keep themselves safe. Okay. So here you can see the pictures also: deer who run fast, and squirrel who hid inside the hole, porcupine having the quill, okay, dangerous quill, and the tortoise having the hard shell, and the octopus having 8 arms, and which uses like a whip, and also the ink which the octopus is carrying. Okay, so these type of creatures are there who keep themselves safe. Okay, so from this story we have learned that how the creatures, how the little creatures, small creatures keep themselves safe. Okay, and we also learned that we human also, keep ourselves safe from other type of dangerous situations. Okay, and as you know, humans are having the developed mind, so we can know about the situations and all, learn about the situations and all, and we can overcome them. Okay, so one should not get scared, and one should be as brave as like these animals. Okay, students. Now student, let's move into the word meaning. Let's learn new word. First one is afraid, which means feeling fear or anxiety. Next is lash, which means beat a person or animal with a whip or stick. Next is whip, a strip of leather or length of cord fastened to a handle. Next is escape, to manage to get away from a place where you do not want to be, or to get free. Next is quill, which means a large feather from the wings or tail, that is quill. Okay. So I hope student that you understood the story. Now what you have to do, you have to read this story again and also complete the exercises. Now I will meet you in another class. Till then student, take care. Bye bye.